Hello, everyone. I am so excited to be with you here today to do a really powerful training about the 5 tips to really discover how to find high quality men. This is a question that everybody asks all the time. It is probably the most popular question. And so I want to reveal to you the real truth, real information about what it is that would make that really possible. So this is the weekend of freedom, and I want to give you access to total and complete freedom in designing and creating your love life and truly getting out of the paradigm of frustration and stuckness and all of the things that really get in our way of experiencing what I believe is the most important thing for a human being, and that is to experience true, conscious, reciprocal love. There's this idea that uh, there's a brain resonance between two people. And most people tell me, oh, I'm fine alone. I'd rather be alone than in another bad relationship. But here's the deal: when we speak that way and when we look at our situation that way, it really is coming from a place of lack and scarcity. I want to turn you on to a whole different paradigm that is real, that is true, that will allow you to never be alone again on any weekend, any weeknight, any weekday morning, or any holiday, so that you really can have the love that you want. And so, this topic about high quality men is something that we need to look at. So the first thing I want to look at is the definition of what is a high quality man. What is a high quality man? So a high quality man is really a person who is in integrity. It's a person who is a good man, meaning he's good in that he wants to give, he enjoys giving. He enjoys being in a committed relationship. He enjoys the best friendship aspect. And and in this context, it's someone who is on your timeline, who shares your vision and your values and your goals. It's someone you're definitely attracted to. So let's get off the table what a lot of people say. Oh, a lot of women don't need to be attracted to a person, but I do. I want you to know that every human needs to be attracted to their love interest. If not, it's platonic friendship. And that definitely is not what we're talking about in the context of finding our soulmate and finding our true love. And the other side note I want to say is that everyone says to me, pretty much without exception, that I look so much younger than my age, you know. So let's get real about this whole thing. High quality men are men who are kind of the opposite of what you've been used to. We've all pretty much gotten used to emotionally unavailable men, men who were selfish, men who disappointed us, men who love bombed us, look good at the beginning. But here's the deal: I want to help you to have a whole new perspective. And first, to take a different view of it, like an observer view. So it's not like this happened to me, because none of us are victims. And I want you to know that we are all the creators of everything that we have. And the reason I work with women and men who are high achievers and professional is that they enjoy solving problems. So this is a really good conversation for you if you're ready to be open and you're ready to have a new beginner's mindset and a new perspective. So are you willing to have that perspective as we have this conversation? If we are, say yes below or yes, I'm willing. Because that's really the first thing. If not, if we want to just blame men, blame our parents, blame our age, blame where we live, we're not going to get anywhere. And if you're looking for um, just superficial answers, that's not what I offer. I offer you real transformation, new ways of seeing the journey that are effective. And that is why our clients find conscious love. Okay, so what's most important to know is you must be willing to be a creator of your love life, just like other areas of your life. And you got to be willing to shift and open up to that. Okay, so if you are, that's great. So now that we've defined high quality men, I want you to know that those men have a secure attachment styles. What does that mean? They don't need to have done a ton of work on themselves. They just are healthy. Healthy meaning they're able to cleave, they're able to commit, they're able to give, they're not reactive. Okay, so now we have to look at how do we meet a high quality man, whether it's online or offline or introductions or any other way, because most people say to me, again, I'm doing this a long time, oh, it'll happen when it happens. But how? It will not happen when it happens. And you know that already because you've been at it for a long time. You wouldn't be here if if you didn't have plenty of challenges in your love life. And most people who get married tell me that there were red flags, that they knew inside that there was a fear that maybe this was the best they could get, or maybe it would change. That is a problem. So the second tip is to really understand that the past and the decisions that we made were based on our limited understanding of how to find a person. So our previous relationships were essentially non-starters. Okay. Okay. So now we have to understand that if we want a high quality, and by the way, everyone is a high quality person because just by virtue of being human, they might not be a match for you. So we have to change the perspective, like they're low quality and I'm high quality. There's kind of an inauthenticity about it. And that's why we look at it much differently. So when we look at this kind of a man who is generous and secure attachment style and ready to give and shares your values, you're attracted to, and you're on the same timeline, we have to look at the congruence of making that happen. So if you think of other things that happens in your life, success at work, success in friendships, in health, right? Do you notice that everything kind of lined up? The timing was right, your skill set was right, your mindset was right, right? You can't be in fear and say, I want to get this new great job or I want to create this new business, but you're in scarcity mindset, or you're not going to send out the resumes that need to be sent out, or you're not going to do what it takes, right? It's just not congruent. So when we look at why we're not meeting high quality men, when online there are thousands and thousands of people, right? It speaks to, again, an incongruence. So if these men are easily able to commit and they're totally open and they know who they are and they know what they want, now let's turn the tables and look at us. We have to look at ourselves. And so when we look at ourselves and we talk about meeting men and being ready for love after being hurt and disappointed and maybe trauma in your childhood, maybe your father was not there, or maybe your mother was critical, what happens? We put up emotional blocks. We put up these walls. Those walls and those fears are so real. Whether you're a good person or not, whether you're online, whatever you're doing or saying, there are still walls up. And when we look at the vibrations, you know how people who are healthy and in alignment and creating great things, right? Their mindset, their vibration is high vibe. You know, the people that you like to be around, you notice that they're like high vibration, right? So that's a high quality person, right? They're happy, they go with the flow, they understand about life, they make good decisions. But when we, again, this is where the beginner's mindset comes in, when we have emotional walls that are still up there, like I'd rather be alone than in another bad relationship, I don't trust men, or men suck, or your radar is on and you're looking for red flags, and all those things. What kind of vibration do you think that is? Fear, skepticism, trust issues. That is low vibration. As a matter of fact, the lowest vibration on the vibrational chart is shame. And when we have walls and trust issues for whatever reason, that must be cleared, not analyzed, because many of you know about it. You know about your trauma. People tell me all the time, yet they're not meeting men, high vibe men. They're meeting the emotionally unavailable men. So in order to get out of it, you have to realize that, and this is the next tip, is that in order to find a high quality, aligned person, everything needs to be in congruence, massive congruence. It's like if you want to go someplace and you're driving around in the car, but there's no mapping, there's no address in your GPS, then will it be possible for you to find your address to get to where you want to go, even if you're a good person and driving around in the car? No, there is no possible way. There's no difference when it comes to dating and finding your true love. If we have walls and fears and trust issues, that is a low vibration, but your true love is here, is a high vibe, and your unresolved fears and walls and trust issues, and I'd rather be alone than another bad relationship, all of that is misalignment and actually repels love. So it's not that your high quality guy isn't out there. Your guy is out there. As a matter of fact, your person has always been there. But when we're not in congruence and we are winging it and mystery dating and taking chances, then there's no chance for divine providence to work for us. There's just no chance. And it doesn't matter how much you complain about dating sites and online dating is nothing but a repository of people. But that can't work, just like driving around in the car and not being able to get to your destination because you don't have the address. And this is so much bigger than just the law of attraction. Law of attraction tells a lot of us, oh, I just have to think it and it'll happen. That's not true. That's not true. You don't get rich by sitting on the couch, right? You get wealthy by creating value. And to find love, you need to be in massive congruence, aligned, and healthy to find the person that is your person. And that's just how it is. So the last tip, it's not really a tip, it's really a principle, is that if you want to find love, that you have to start to be that person. You have to be the one to find the one. Which encompasses a whole body of principles and wisdom that you have to believe it. I believe it. I'm willing to get out of my own way. And I'm willing to have a new understanding that is a high vibration, not just positive thinking or Band-Aids or meditation. We need skills. We need skills that most of us have not learned growing up. And we have to stop with the conventional wisdom and, oh, I'm a good person. It has nothing to do with finding your person. It has to do with being aligned, thought, speech, and action, fully healed, future focused. And that's it. That is how it works. So who is willing to stop blaming dating sites, right? Everything. Why do you attract low quality men? Because that's what you're a magnet to. That's just what we're magnets to until we shift that paradigm, get into congruence, and step into a new way that is rooted in powerful, aligned, vulnerable, healthy actions. So if you're aligned with me and you want real answers, not just getting into texting etiquette, I think that's ridiculous that to teach people who are, who don't have a skill set, who are blocked, who are not in alignment, who still have wounds and emotional blockages to like get inside the minds of men, learn how to text. It's just silliness. So if you are ready to find your soulmate, like quickly, literally heal that part of you, get into congruence, create a future focused plan, I want you to type in the chat below, soulmate. Soulmate. Right? This is the real info that we need in order to learn how to find love. We need to live life consciously. It's not about, it would have been easier when I was younger. It's easier if I move. It's easier if I lose 20 pounds. Love flows. Love flows. Love is just all about congruence. And I am here to help you to do that. And this is what we do every Wednesday at noon Eastern, and every Sunday I share training with you or an interview to inspire you, real information and training so that you could really have what you want. And if you're ready to put all this into action, then by all means, then we can definitely do that. And we'll put a link below for how to get into a clear path to true healthy love. Okay, that is all for me for now. Again, if you're interested in knowing more, type soulmate below and I will see you next time. Have a great day.